Heyo, Splinter Snake-o with another figure review. This time I have got the Transformers Prime First Editions Deluxe Bumblebee baby. I believe this is a Comic-Con exclusive due to the blue paint lines on the front and the kind of like orange opposed to yellow plastic. I don't mind it. It doesn't really bother me that much, and these are so expensive and rare. I'm happy to have just one. I don't have lots of money, so my figures are kind of what I can when I can, which is why I'm very happy that I was able to get one at all for a very reasonable price. So, what can I say? Excuse me. Yeah, also bear with me guys, I'm kind of coming down with something, so my voice may fail epically in this video. So anyway, what can I say about this video? Well, for starters, he's a really nice looking vehicle. He's got some great paint going through these lines. All plastic and painted plastic looks okay. And there's only actually like these two bits which are painted, so that part and then this part. Everything else seems to be actual plastic. There's a nice effect going on with like this, I don't even know what it's supposed to be, like an energizer kind of bit through the black line. I'm not too sure. I think one day I will actually paint it black. I haven't decided. Some nice like blue tint going under the windows. Some paint on these lights. Paint up there. Paint going all around. Unfortunately, got a grey peg, which is a bit ugly, but it's okay. And some paint on the lights, opposed to this one, which I've just done a review for. No paint on the lower lights whatsoever, and no paint on the back whatsoever. So that fails quite badly. And while I've got that, quick size comparison. As you can see, this one is a lot bigger, by maybe like a centimetre or something, half centimetre or something. But it's definitely like, you know, it's wider and he's longer. That looks like quite drastic, but it's only actually about that much. It's not like loads. It's only about that much. He's longer wide, and width-wise, it's about, I'm trying to accurately see how big it is in the eye. It's about that much. That's how wide he is. So it's okay. They're kind of in scale together. Oh, I forgot the silver on the wheels. They're okay. This one, like I said, is just bigger. Got translucent glass, so you can see robot kibble inside. So I don't really see the point of having translucent windows when you can just see robot kibble. If there's seats in there, then by all means. Same for this one. You can see robot kibble. Anyway, bye Bumblebee. So really nice details in the vehicle mode on this. Other size comparisons, here is the vehicle. Now it actually looks a bit too big for this scale if you ask me. So I'm not overly happy with that, but whatever. It's acceptable. If you had this one and didn't have this one in vehicle mode, it's acceptable. It's a bit too big if you ask me, like I said. But it is a muscle car. Muscle cars are known to be big cars, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, so you guys go away. So, don't know what else to say about the vehicle. So let's move on to transformation. To transform this guy, he is very fiddly. Nowhere near as simplistic as the Robots in Disguise Bumblebee, which I showed earlier. To do so, it's kind of where you really want to start. You can start at the front, you can start at the back. It's all kind of fiddly. I think it's a good place to start is at the back, unhinge these, and then kind of wiggle. There's a peg there, and there's two pegs going from the door into the back. You kind of wiggle it at this kind of angle, down. So same for this one, you kind of pull and then wiggle, and then down. Because that, lining all them up, is actually the hardest part I find with this transformation. So once you do that, pull this flap here out, and then there's a hinge just here, bring that down. See it just there, like grey part? Sorry, off camera. So bring that down, straighten the legs out, and that's fine. We'll do the legs in a minute. Come up here. Now the arms are pegged in just here on the door. You see there's a peg there. And they hinge from here. So if I unpeg that, and then grab the hand, you'll see the whole thing comes down from here. Then you can double joint there, fold that up, and then that pegs into the actual wheel, like that. So same the other one, unhinge, peg, and then pull, and it unhinges. and then peg double and peg that in. Then after that, bring this all the way up, and then we'll leave that there. Now the roof has got like a zigzag of clasps, so you kind of if you put pressure straight down, it kind of pops it all out, so that's fine, because you also have to like close them in anyway, so that's absolutely fine. Then pull the doors actually out a bit and bring this glass panel down, all the way down. Okay, now this part goes over top of these two parts. There's like hooks going in from, let's try and focus a bit, sorry guys. There's like hooks kind of not hooked onto anything, but it's just over top, so it goes under that. So if I lift up, you should see. You have to kind of like push these bits in a little bit and then lift this middle part up. You see what I mean, like these hook kind of things. And then you want to lift this all the way up and then rotate it around full 180. And then while you've still got it up, rotate this part here, the blue bit, round 180. And then bring that all the way back down. But at the same time, there's a little ball. Forget how hard it is to do some camera. There's a little ball just there, so pull that out and hinge that all the way out as well. So out and in. That gives you plenty of room to move. Bring this down. Now this little groove here is going to go into that peg there. Now there's two ways to transform this. Well, there's the proper way, which is this way, and then my way. Now you have to bend it slightly and just line it up, and that pegs in. Then you have to bring this flap under these and line it up there. So there's like a double hinge there and there to line that all up. Now my one's actually broken. I got it broken off of eBay, so I'm missing a little tooth there. But there's this one you can see, there's a little groove just there, which, if I got that little toothpick again, which this part here, which my finger is completely blocking, this part here clips hold of, I'm trying to show you, like this part here. So you have to kind of lift it up and then down, and it will kind of clip into place. Then you bring the lights down, angle that in. Now this one, it kind of holds itself, which is nice and very lucky. Alright, and then that is the front done. Angle these, bring this down, angle this, bring this down, extend the head a bit, put the doors in, angle them out a bit, and then we just got to do is the feet. Grab the grey parts, bring them forward, and at the same time bring the it's going to pivot on this point here, but at the same time this flap's going to go down, so you want to kind of go like that and then put this flap down, and there's one foot. So again, grey part up, bring it down, and then bring that down, and there we have. Bring that round, bring it in front. Some people leave these like in like that, but in the show he always has his arms out to the side like that, so I'm not quite sure why they do that. Now I can't get this stupid thing to line up. Bear with me. Having malfunctions, robot malfunctions. Okay, so there's the transformation, official transformation. And I think it's a really nice representation of how he appears in the show. I've got one angle and 1/8. I can't get it to line up. There you go. It looks really good. He's got a nice kind of bulk. Bumblebee is quite wide in that show. As I showed in my previous video, I'll do this one quickly. This one I can do on camera because it takes 2 seconds. I love this Bumblebee. Whoops. Sorry Bumblebee. I'm busy with Bumblebee. Okay. So, as you can see, with these two side by side, this one is quite wider. He's got bigger forearms, he's got a broader chest, he's got a bigger head, bigger waist, bigger legs. The feet look about the same. No, my mistake, that's bigger. But I like, that's what I like about this figure, that he's that much bigger, because I think he's got just the right proportion size, and he's not quite so, well, I suppose he is still quite hollow. Right, to show you my transformation It's very simple. Instead of pegging that in, you actually leave it loose. So if I bring this flap down and then unpeg that, angle this whole thing back, and then put that all the way up, and then it actually allows you to bring the whole thing down a little bit more, which means he's not got such a flat chest. It's angled a bit more. It's not massive, but I just think it looks a bit better in my opinion. So his chest is not like so preposterously pompous, so to speak. I'll tell you what, I've just noticed his arm's actually quite far forward due to his transformation. I guess that's why some people leave them like that. But that just doesn't look right to me. You tell me, which one do you think looks better? Like that or like that? I think that one. Okay, anyway, getting on to the figure. As you can see, he's got a bit of height over this Bumblebee, but you know, he's a bigger figure in general. Other size comparisons, which I have lost, are those Prime and the Viacom. And just for giggles, here is a bulkhead. If I move that Viacom out of the way. This is the first edition bulkhead, along with first edition Prime, first edition Bumblebee, and the only first edition I've got is start screen. Let me just grab him quickly. I'm sure something's going to fall over when I do this. First edition star screen. Do I have any other first editions? No. I don't know if they actually did any more besides RC, and I didn't like that RC. Anyway, so you can see he's in great scale with all of these guys, because he is quite a big muscle car. Let's just put him out the way over there. And the Autobots like really go well together. As I said in my previous video for the Robots in Disguise Bumblebee, if you cannot get hold of one of these, then the Robots in Disguise Bumblebee is absolutely fine for your collection. He is a great figure. He's okay in scale. He's great articulation. Ridiculously simple transformation, which is actually a bonus for him because it's fun still. This one, I don't find it so enjoyable. It's just a bit too fiddly. It's too much things, and it's a bit of annoying. So I don't enjoy it. Now he does come with a weapon. He comes with a single blaster. It's basically the same as this, minus the hole, and it's a bit bigger, probably about that big. But as I said, I got this guy from eBay, and he didn't unfortunately come with it. Having said that, these ones, which you get with all of the Transformers Prime Bumblebees, fit on him perfectly. So if I just put that on there, put that on there, and there you've got Bumblebee ready for action. And to be honest, they actually fit really nice. I think if they were any longer, they'd be like, well, too long. So I'm quite happy with these, and I'm probably going to use these for my Bumblebee. So it's taken off. You can't vehicle weaponize him as far as I'm concerned, as far as I believe, but I will double check that when I transform him back. Okay, so moving him out of the way. Articulation. Now the head is on a quite a good joint. Sorry, back view. Forgot to show you that. It's kind of open here. See a few screws, but apart from that, I think it actually looks okay. It's not too bad at all. Right, articulation. Head, you can go up as far as that, but my transformation heading down, looking down a bit more, so that's not too bad. Down quite far. As you see, he's got light pipe in, so his eyes will light up if you shine a light on it. Again, still can't find torch. Head, you can do full 360 round if you look up. If you keep it level, then it kind of does knock onto that part there. Now the shoulders have multiple points of articulation. Due to transformation, there's a hinge here, so that can go up and down. It rotates here, so you can do around, but only to there. But you can go around that way. So you can go all the way down to there. But if you want him to have his arm going up, then you just kind of do that. Because, and then you can go all the way around due to the wheel vehicle mode. It actually rotates on the wheel axis. axis. That's not in all the way. He's got a ball for the elbow, so you can go rotate full 360 degree there. And he also has a rotation at the glove, so you can rotate that, not full 360 unless you straighten it all the way around, but then the ball's going to rotate. So that's not too bad. And then finally he has a pivot here. Now this isn't due to transformation, so this is actually added articulation. Because to transform, I thought maybe you had to do it to transform him, but that'd actually get in the way, so you have to have it like that. So let's just line that back up. Nothing in the upper torso. Does it have a waist swivel? No, I don't think it does. No waist swivel. He has T-cut hips, so yeah. So his Spartan kick is that. Nothing really wow. Split kick. He can go further, but these little bits of plastic are kind of catching. So if I just get him past it, that's his split kick. So not as good as the RID. And he has a thigh swivel. Can't go all the way around because the armour gets in the way. So from about there to there. And then we have a just under 90 degree bend in the knee, and then the same as the other one, you bend here and here, so you could get him to do a little squat if you wanted. But without that, his ankle goes from there, well, due to transformation, can close, so it's up to you. Like I said, all in all, I do really like this Bumblebee, and I do prefer him to this one, the RID one, but it's not the end of the way. It's not like a major preference. I'm simply going to use him because I have him. If I didn't have him, then I'd be more than happy with that one after seeing both of them. He is like a really great figure. He's got some nice details going throughout, some nice articulation, an okay transformation. It's like a bit fiddly, but as Optimus says, the RID transformers he says they are infinitely easier to transform, and I do agree with him. They are a lot easier, and this guy's a prime example of that. Speaking of transformation, let's put him back in his vehicle. Right, and I've got to kind of remember how to do this because it's so fiddly. Right, so you want to unclasp this and hinge it outwards like that to get it well out of the way. So same in that one, hinge it outwards. Then you want to bring this up, untab it if you have it tabbed, all the way up, and you want to rotate it all the way around. And do the same for this part, rotate it all the way around. Excuse me. And then you want to bring it all the way down. Now this part doesn't go in, just bear that in mind. Now this part goes over top. Sorry, I'm off camera. This part doesn't go in there, so keep that down. And this part has to go over top of these. So close these down, and then you want to kind of accordion them in. And then, but under the grey bits. So under the grey bits and over this bits and under that part. And then once you get it all according in, it should just fit together quite nicely. Okay, now you need to get the doors all the way out of the way and then bring the glass up. Now you kind of catch a bit, so be careful of that. Okay, let's bring this part of the back, straighten that out, bring that all the way back. Oh, it's just a paint that fell over, don't worry. Okay, now you got to unpeg these and have them like that. So they've got to go under the shoulder pad, but fully extended like that. So when you bring the wheel in, kind of have to do it like that. Then this has to come all the way back. And it has to go round past this like chest plate part, and then I forgot to open the roof panels, my bad. Open the roof panels, and then I've got the whole legs in the way, that's why I was going wrong. Why isn't that working? Once you've got this part together, bring the legs back down so they're out of the way. That's what I forgot to say. Then that comes up and that's ready to be pegged in. So same in this one, unpeg it, bring the arm up and face it like that. Then close it and then just line it all the way. There you go. All the way up like that. So then you can see these pegs are ready to go in these holes. So just push that all together, peg, peg, and they just stay there. And then you can peg the roof together. Now, I guess this is a preference. This is how I'm going to do it. This is the hardest part in my opinion. So close the feet, and then get that to about there. You don't want to go all the way. So bring this up from this hinge all the way to there, and then you kind of want to angle. If you close the feet, the reason you left the feet open, it's the heel you've got to get out. The reason I left the feet open because then it allows a bit more pliability in the glass, because then you can just come all the way up like that and then line that in, but at the same time line that on top, and it's quite difficult to do. If you've already closed it, the only other real way to do it, trying to close it to show you, is you kind of have to angle the whole thing, and it's just really difficult. I mean, you saw how much stress was putting on that. Anyway, finally close that together, make sure everything's lined up and nice and snug. You have to also kind of angle these a bit further, because if you don't, they actually catch here. A quick custom might be a good idea, just to scrape like a few millimeters off of that part there, just so the wheels don't scrape. Because you hear that? That's actually scraping, that's not it just rolling. So if I like rotate that around, see, that's not scraping. That's moving a lot freer. This one, not so much. So I turn it a bit more, and there you go, now it's free. See how much more that's moving? Anyway, there is Bumblebee back in its vehicle mode. Can you weaponize him with these? I can't see how. You could quite easily put a hole, drill hole in there, and it wouldn't really affect the look so much. But no, I can't actually see really any way to weaponize him, so that's a shame. So anyway, there you go guys, there is my Deluxe Transformers Prime Robots in Disguise, no sorry, scrub that, my Transformers Prime Deluxe First Edition Bumblebee, Comic Con exclusive I think. It might be a Toys R Us exclusive, I generally do not know. I do really love this figure, and I do recommend him if you're okay with the fiddly transformation. But like I said, failing that, this guy is a perfect substitute. He's a really good figure. I ideally would recommend him because he's a lot cheaper, a lot easier to find, and a lot easier to do. But it's entirely up to you guys. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. As per usual, leave comments below. Please subscribe, and I'll catch you later. Bye bye guys.